What's up, boys and girls, mathematicians? It's Mr. Uwe here. I just wanted to make a quick video for you guys today just to make sure that you knew what to do in my absence. Yes, I'm actually gone today. Um, so I want to make sure that you guys understand what your responsibilities are and definitely what you guys have to accomplish during the period. So don't miss me too much. Knock it out of the park today and make sure you represent not only yourselves well, but represent me well because you know how awesome you guys are. So let's take a look at what you need to make sure you accomplish for today. All right, so here comes some pretty good instructions for you on the tasks that you need to complete today. So make sure you pay some pretty close attention and you get what you need to get in terms of what you need to do during the period. All right, so task number one is pretty straightforward. There's a couple of ed puzzles for both my 8th graders and my 7th graders today. For the 8th graders, there's two ed puzzles that I want you to watch. One of them is titled Solving Equations with Fractions, and the second one is some logic puzzles that I think are pretty cool. Now, for Math 7, your video is called Intro to Ratios, and it's the same logic puzzle afterwards. For both classes, this is new information for both of you, so take some decent notes here. One of the things that I want you to do with those notes is that for points today, just to hold you guys accountable for what you do, I want you guys to turn that into the sub. I wrote a note to the sub and they're expecting you guys to turn that sheet of paper in. So make sure you turn that bad boy in for some points for this brand new unit. Do your best to take some good notes because I will be handing those bad boys back. It's important that you guys get this information for sure, but realize that if you're a little bit confused about some concepts here or there, it's not a big deal because I am going to be teaching that stuff more in depth when I come back on Tuesday. So watch the videos, take some notes, answer the questions, and turn that bad boy into the sub when you're done. All right, task number 2 on Google Classroom. I posted an attached worksheet, a practice worksheet for things that we've already done. For both classes, that thing is due whenever I see you next. So first and third period, it's due for you guys on Tuesday. And then my other classes, when I see you again on block schedule day, it's due for you guys on Wednesday. Those practice problems should be pretty straightforward. They're definitely things that you know how to do. So you can definitely work together if you need to, but make sure that that work collaboration together is productive. You know what my expectations are there. If you know that you're just going to be off task in terms of working together, then maybe you should just put those earbuds in and get in the zone and handle your business. I don't want you to give this piece of paper with your work on it to the sub. I only wanted you to turn in your notes from the ed puzzle. But if you want to keep them safe, your math folder is a great place to keep them safe. So look over those problems, do them on a separate sheet of paper, and turn them in whenever I see you next for block schedule. All right, task number 3, last but not least, is adding content to your digital study guide. So last week during rotations, you should have started your digital study guide, creating it, customizing it, and making sure that you're adding information as we go. What I posted on Classroom for you is the addition of this brand new unit. So what you can do is you can go back to your old presentation, copy and paste the new slides that I put on Classroom, and keep on adding content to it. Now realize this is something that I'm going to be doing from unit to unit, because by the end of the semester and by the end of the year, you should have a pretty comprehensive list of things that we've done throughout the entire year. So what I posted on Classroom is Unit 2 for both of my classes. Make sure you add all of the brand new information and keep on customizing it to the best of your ability. Realize that Unit 2, during the test, I'm not going to allow you to use your math folder. The only thing I'm going to allow you to use is actually that digital resource. So you're going to want to make it good. You're going to want to make sure you put things on it that make sense to you and any examples that you can put on there to make sure that you're clarifying information in the best way possible. So that is your third and final task, to update your digital study guide and make sure you're adding that new content. So that's task number 3. All right, so just a quick overview before I sign off here. There are 3 tasks for you guys to complete in both of my classes. Number 1 is watching the Edpuzzles. This is the only thing that you have to turn in. The notes that you take while you're watching those videos, make sure you hand it into the sub before you leave. Put your first and last name on it. It will be worth some reasonable amount of points for you, so make sure you do that. Number 2 is work on the practice sheets. It says it's due tomorrow there on the slide, but whenever I see you next for block schedule, that's when I'm going to be asking for that work. So make sure you definitely work your way through those problems. Like I said before, you can work together if you really need to, but make sure it's productive work and collaboration as you're moving forward. Last but certainly not least is to continue to work on your digital study guides, adding those new slides and pieces of information that I posted on Google Classroom. Make it good. So definitely take the time today because you're going to have some to make it a great resource. Last but not least, I always go over this. I know you guys know it, but the expectations for today are pretty simple. Number 1 is be productive, do work, be respectful to the sub. Obviously, it's not Mr. Uwe, but you're representing me today, and you've got to represent yourselves well. I know how awesome you are. I brag about you all the time, to be honest with you. So you got to make sure that you're showing the sub why you guys are so amazing. Just continue to be awesome, and hopefully I will see you guys on Tuesday upon my return. I love y'all. I'll see you guys as soon as possible and do some great work today. So signing off, it's Mr. Uwe, your friendly neighborhood math teacher. I'll see you guys later. Peace.